down.
Bobby, listen.
We got cake.
Got some customers.
Oh. Okay.
Are they invited?
Yeah, pressure.
Okay, do it.
Here's a story that'll make your crush flee. It'll give you a poo skimple. It's for B-Tope and Biggle-Toe Pete. That's wee folk and bigger people too. It's a story about Cinderella, who lived in a big hard house with her mean old mep stuther and her 260 uglies. Well, they made her do all the wordy jerk, while they sat around cheating Aquas and magging Ridicine. Well, one day while Cinderella was in the kitchen flopping the moor, well, the 260 uglies came in and said, guess what? Well, she said, what? She said, the Prince of Hens has thrown the fancy thrust straw and we're invited. Too bad that you can't go. So she went back in the kitchen with ears in her ties. And she was just about to trigger, see a frickin' when there was a lightning flash of flight. And what stood beside her, a beautiful berry. Well, she looked up and he said, well, who are you and what do you want? He said, I'm your berry pot brother. Oh, well, she said, well, may I go to the ball? Well, the berry pot brother said, that's quite a wish, but she said, okay. So she waved her magic wand and instantly Cinderella was transformed into a babishing Rudy. She was dressed in a big leg gap and some. And she had a necklace of poopies in a room. And on her feet were two tiny sass clippers. And a few words said, you may go now, but she must promise me home by midnight. And so she was on. And when she casted a camel, Death came to the castle. Well, she jumped out and the first food people she ran into with a 260 uglies. Well, she was so beautiful, they didn't even Cinderella recognize. So the Prince of Hens ran up to her and he said, I have this chance. She said, okay. I said, they danced and they danced. And he says, you know, you're so beautiful, you remind me of Beepin' Snooty. And she was just about to ask for a mare in handage when the stock clattered the trike swelled. And so she banned from the raw. But as she did, one of the sass clippers tripped from her foot. Well, the Prince of Hens ran over, he picked it up and he says, now all I have to do is find who the clipper pet says. No, I'm alone and fuck. And so the next day he went from house to house.
And you
Can't turn that around. So finally he came to the house where Cinderella lived and he knocked on the door. Oh, who should come to the door with the 260 uglies? And he said, I'm looking for the woman who clipped this stripper stick. Well, of course, her being too big. So finally it was Cinderella's turn. And the clipper fitted perfectly. And they were married and lived happily ever after. But you see, there's a moral in the story because Cinderella, she never gave up. And as you walk down that pathway of life, never give up. George Washington never gave up. Abraham Lincoln, he never gave up.
Yeah, but they stuck him in the big house for mental illness.
Oliver Willoughby, you see, you don't know because he gave up. Who's he? You see, you don't know because he gave up. And always remember the school of philosophy. You see, some of our snows are trawl. Shut up while I'm talking, Buzz. You see, some of our snows are trawl. And some of our bubbles are trig. But if you tread had no hubbles, how could you blackignize your wrestling?
Absolutely. Yeah.